Hi, I'm Ashley with MyoBloom. This is a tutorial for the Essentials Package Directory. I'm going to share my screen with you to show you how you can access this and all of the content within it. So here's the email that you will receive. And as long as you registered a Gmail email address or an email address that's registered with Google, you will be able to access this. So I'm going to click on it and it's going to open the directory. Now there's several pages here that are accessible by these links in the table of contents. So here you have all of the regular content and then some bonus material that I use in my own practice that might be helpful to you. And everything that you open is going to be in view only mode. And I'm going to show you how to use those in just a moment. And then you're also going to make sure that you have a Canva account to edit the graphic designs. A free version is fine. A pro subscription will give you access to more graphics and fancy tools, but it's not necessary. And I will show you how to use those view-only designs as well. And you have access for your lifetime to all of this content. So I suggest subscribing to our email list at myobloom.com/subscribe. And that way you can hear about updates to this that you will always have access to at no extra charge. All right, so this opened up right in Google Chrome. That's the browser I'm using right now. And you can use this right here, or if you want to download a version of it onto your computer and have access that way, you can do that. Come up here to those three dots, click on download, and then it will be right on your desktop or whatever Myo folder you put it into. Or if you prefer to use it here, you can bookmark it right to your bookmarks bar. All right, so here I have this saved on my desktop. So I'm going to open this PDF. Just another version. So my computer automatically opens this in Microsoft Edge. And I really like this for annotations, which I'm going to show you. You can also look at PDFs in Adobe or Google Chrome. There's lots of ways that you can open up PDFs, but these tools up here I like in Microsoft Edge. You've got a highlighter, you can draw, and you can add text boxes. So say you want to make yourself some notes within this directory. Let's go down to patient forms. So every file has its name in bold and then a short description right after, and then the blue links for the different versions of the files. So here we've got a health history. This is a comprehensive health history form. It has a lot of information on there. And then this other version is a basic intake questionnaire. Sometimes people like to just get the minimal information from their patients because they prefer to talk through all of the health history once they're face to face, whether virtual or in person. So say that that's how I prefer to do it. And I might want to highlight this one to say, hey, this is something I'm going to use. Or maybe I want to use the pen and I want to put a little star next to it to say, come back to this. You can also use a text box. So maybe one of these files has a spot where a logo can go on the top, and I don't have a logo yet. So I might make a note here that says, come back when I have my logo. And I don't want the blue to kind of fade in there, so I could change it to red if I want. And that's going to sit right there and be a little reminder. Now, if you muddy this up with a whole bunch of notes and you want to get rid of them for a moment so that you can see it as a clean slate, you can come up to the settings cog here and you can check hide all annotations. And that's going to hide all of that. And then you can come back and uncheck it and it'll bring it right back. If you make an error, you want to change something, you can come right up here to the eraser. You can get rid of this stuff. And then if you want to get rid of a text box, you can just click it and click this trash here. Now, if you make changes to this and you don't save it, this button right up here, and you go to leave, it is not going to save the edits that you made. All right, we're going to go right back into our browser. Okay, we're going to click on patient forms, which takes us to the next page. So you've got various versions of files. You've got PDFs, docs. There's also Canva links, sheets, and folders. So I'm going to show you each of those and how to use them. So I'm going to click on this PDF for the new patient information. Now, this is downloaded from Simple Practice. This is just what my new patient information form looks like in my own software. This is helpful if you're using Simple Practice or any other platform that has similar form styles, because you can see the whole layout and maybe you want to set yours up the same way. You can also click on the doc version, which is just going to be a Word document style. Now I'm in my own account where I made these, so I'm able to edit this, but if I switch accounts here and I go to one like yours who only has access to view it, this is what it's going to look like. Now right here it says request edit access. That's not what you're going to want to use to edit it. Just because I have to keep this as is for all of the different people who have access to it, we want to keep it bare bones. So you come up here to file and make a copy. Now you can make this, change the title to whatever you want. You can click what folder within your own Google Drive you want to put it in. And then you say make a copy. And now you have your own that you can edit. And you can add any information here that you want. All right. So those are PDFs and docs. And we're just going to come in here. We're going to go back to home. And then we're going to head to clinician documentation where we have some other versions of files. So the adult intake form, I'm going to click on the PDF just to show you, and you can print this as is. This is 2 pages here. And if you wanted to alter this because you take different photos or you do different kinds of tests and measurements, you can come right here and click on the Canva version. And here you can edit it however you'd like it to look. You could add your logo, you can change the text. Now this is the same here that you've got viewing mode. And if you click on this, it's going to say request edit access. You're not going to want to do that. You're going to want to go up to file, make a copy, and it's automatically going to generate another copy right in your own account. You can change the name up here. It automatically puts in a copy of, so you can get rid of that if you want. And then you can make whatever edits you like. Okay. And then some of these are in document form, but they have examples. Some of these are samples. So those are some different versions. This phone message, this is actually just a screenshot. This is a form I use on my website. Anytime a patient calls, I pull this up, and this is where I take my notes on the patient, and then it automatically sends right to my email. And then if we hop down here, you've got this session sheets area. So say that you typically prescribe 5 exercises. You do 4 active and 1 passive, and you usually do it over 14 days. And the color that your practice uses is purple. Now, if you click on that, it's going to take you right to the Canva version of that as well. And again, this is going to be view only. So if you want to save it, you're going to come up to File, make a copy. Also, if you want to save this as is, if you see people in person and you write this in by hand, you can click share, download, and you can download it as, I would recommend, as a PDF print, just because that's the nicest format for printing it out. So you can save it as PDF print and then click download. Or if you had made a copy of this in your own account and you wanted to edit it, these are actually text boxes. So you can change these and put the exercises right in, and the amount of time that you want them to do them. You could put in their name, the session number, and the materials that they're going to use. All right. And then at the bottom of every page, you're going to have this yellow button that's going to take you to the Google Drive folder that has all of these housed that way. It's just a little prettier to use this version of the directory. All right, and then we have letters. Here you see that it says docs. These are all docs. I just didn't title them that way because there's so many different versions. So you can click on those, and they're going to be various different kinds of letters that you can send. Now, when you make a copy in your own account, you can put in your own letter logo and all of your practice information. And then down here, your signature, we've got a link back here on the directory to show you how to do that. Right over here on this to-do list, we've got the link to sign well. And if you come in here, you can make your own signature and you can save it. You can change it so it has a transparent background if you want, and then you can click download and that'll save it right to your computer. All right, and then this is a link to a folder. So the resource library has all kinds of articles and reports. If you click on this, it's going to take you to this massive collection of research. So say you want to share something about breathing, you click on this, and then you're specifically talking about mouth breathing and you want to look at some studies or send this to a patient or provider. Here's a whole bunch of versions, different research that you can send along. And then if you come down here, we've also got a link to a spreadsheet. So preferred provider log. I use this to account for all the different people that I communicate with. This is a basic version. You can list the different kinds of specialists and then you put in their name, their location, etc. So there's a couple spreadsheet links. And then if you hop down here to the bonus content, these shopping lists are going to go right to my Amazon shopping lists. So here's a whole bunch of books that I recommend. My personal folders have a bunch of resources. This is the resource library that we just looked at. And then this is another Google Drive folder of different protocols. All right, so that's the basics of how to use your directory. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you.